You are live.
All right, we are live. We will call the regularly scheduled October meeting of the Calvert City Board of Zoning Adjustments to order. And we begin our meeting like most meetings with the approval of the minutes from our September 30th special called meeting. Do we have a motion on the minutes?
So moved.
Mr. Gregory moves. We have a second.
Second.
All right, Gary seconds that. So all those in favor say aye. Aye. I guess that's me. So that's, and those pass. So moving on, John, what we got tonight?
All we have on the agenda tonight is just an update on Mega Fit Meals. And Mr. Adams is here representing Mega Fit for that update.
All right, this is just an update at a regular meeting, so it's not a public hearing or anything. So off you go. You don't have to raise your hand.
Give them a scout oath.
That's right.
That sounds good. Number one, thanks for letting me come back here. I wanted to bring you all up to date on the developments since last time we were here. Last Monday, myself and Mr. Gus Giorgio appeared at the zoning board to try to make a determination as to what that board and or this body, or it was the planning commission, we're zoning tonight, what determination would be made as to the front of that, which is the front of the building, based upon the discussions at that time. We are operating under the presumption that the east side of the building will now be considered the rear of the building. And we are in the process of working with engineers and designers to prepare some plans for y'all to look at to see if it would be the subject of a new conditional use permit or some modification of the zoning code to accommodate that. In addition, we've been engaged in other activities, identifying other prospective sites where a facility could be constructed, and everything's kind of up in the air at this point in time. So I would expect we would have something substantive to you in December, if not January at the earliest.
Okay, and what is the current status of the storage trucks, just for the record?
Storage
the trailers
trucks have been removed for the premises. They were gone as of last Monday night. Right now, the only items that are on the premises that would be considered storage would be 4 refrigerated containers, maybe one of the 4 containers that are not on a ship in the middle of the Pacific Ocean,
right,
and 1 FedEx trailer that FedEx leaves there for its convenience. This one is got the big FedEx logo on it, unlike the ones that have been there in the past.
Right, and that's just rotates, right? They
Yes,
fill it as if
it's
there.
It's
They fill the
there
ship.
for FedEx's convenience.
Site, I did a site visit today and I can confirm what he just stated. So the 6 trailers that were there on the northeast corner are gone. And then they've got the 4 refrigerator ones on right there on the south side, and then the 1 FedEx trailer.
And I request
Any
the
other
opportunity.
questions?
Still the same plans with the refrigerator trailers. You got
Yes,
the new
wait.
unit coming in.
We're
that's
waiting
gonna
on
be in
that
the
new
building,
unit,
and then
and that will,
they just want
that
them
should
wrapped up and
obviate
get
the need for most of those.
Who is the engineering company?
We're going to be using Bacon Farmer Work.
Oh, so BFW is the, okay,
That's who we've used historically.
okay. Do you know who your point of contact is there?
I don't, they have historically handled that themselves, but I'm going to be riding shotgun on this. So I expect I'll
Okay.
be in on most, if not all of those meetings on a forward basis.
Would you mind letting me know when you find out?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And long-term plans are still a new location somewhere else.
I think it kind of depends. It depends on a lot of things. You know, they may ultimately outgrow the location. Do you move everything somewhere else, or do you stay where you are and go somewhere else? And you know, they're kind of at a crossroads on you stay where you are or try to do something else. So
I believe we have a visitor in the audience wishing to speak. Shall we allow it? What you got, Andy?
Yes, you want me to come?
Yeah, well, there's no
No,
swearing
no,
in.
this is not
It's
hearing,
just
but you can come on
just
up.
a hearing, but do come up so you can get on the tape
I
and be
wanted
heard.
to clarify on this, Mr. Adams brought this up the last meeting at Baker Farmer, right? Was gonna be submitting the plans, but then also you had brought up about doing a survey of that property. The Giorgio supplied a certified copy in October of 19 when they wanted to do the extra storage trailers on that property. And this here is a certified copy of them, so we could, and these property boundaries mark the same boundaries of my property lines next door, which they have a dispute with. So can you give him copies of that?
I've got all copies
Yes.
of those.
I think, yeah, well, we've already given him copies of those from the previous. He got a copy of all of
I had
that,
called
yeah.
Greg and he was out of the office, on vacation, so I just want to make sure that.
He got a copy of both submittals, 16 and 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
Sure.
Yeah, he handed those out
Thank
last.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
Anything else for me?
Good.
Sounds like y'all are moving forward. We appreciate that.
And just would
Working
request
to
the
come into
opportunity to come back in January unless there are more significant developments before then, just with the holidays coming up. We're 60 days from the end of the year and the world shuts down for at least 2 of those weeks.
Acceptable, y'all.
Hey, Chip,
Yes, sir.
are the engineers, do they have a list of the standards that that this property is going to have to meet? Are they just looking at the loading facility? Are they also looking at parking and?
They'll be looking at a global look based upon the comments by the planning commission. There may be some other things as far as elevations that need to be done. And so they're going to be, that's one of the reasons I'm going to be involved with it, is just because it's going to be a little bit bigger than just building a loading dock.
Planning Commission, Greg encouraged them to do some things to make the front look more like a front,
Aesthetics,
aesthetic things.
but they also,
Possibly cover the air conditioning units to give it a slightly better appearance for that road frontage that we do consider the front of the building.
And we did specify, or I've made a recommendation that you utilize the development plan criteria
Absolutely.
for your layout. That way it helps identify all the items that might be in question on a development plan criteria. Even though it's a site plan, the development plan will probably answer more criteria and more
Yeah,
information than the site plan will.
Absolutely. The elevations will be, I think, more important to you as to whether there's enough structural steel in the loading dock.
But that should actually, because site plan doesn't require as much information as the development plan does. And that gives us our flow of traffic, et cetera, parking, green space, whatever.
Hey, Chip,
Yes, sir.
one more, I need a clarification on what I read in the minutes. At the last meeting, you said there were 82 employees working 1.5 shifts. What did that mean?
That means that all 82 people aren't there at the same time. You've got a shift of so many people for a part of the day, and then they run another shift every other day of the week. So it's not 2 shifts throughout the week. It's more like 1.5.
So they're not actually running 3 shifts? At the first meeting where Mr. Giorgio showed up, he said they were doing 3 shifts, but they're not.
I think it's the glass is half empty, half full. We're both saying the same thing 2 different ways. They're not running 3 shifts around the clock. They might.
Okay, they're not running 24 hours a day.
No,
They have people there at 3 different sets of time periods.
right.
3 different sets of hours.
Okay. Are they shut down from like a certain period of time? Are they shut down from 10 till 8 in the morning or something every day?
I
Or do we
wouldn't
know?
be able to speak to that. I don't know that depth of detail, but I can certainly have that information to you.
Okay. Yeah, I just the actual words on the recording were 82 1.5 shifts, and I couldn't really put that together. I couldn't figure out exactly what that meant.
And all 82 are not there at the same time.
Yeah. And the engineers are going to be working on parking and traffic flow and loading, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Are they working on a schedule right now? Do you know?
We really didn't have it, since we got the green light on what the front of the building was last Monday, we really hadn't had a chance to move forward to that you know, as far as a definitive schedule, I expect that's going to start effective tomorrow morning.
Okay,
As far as my discussions with anybody with BFW.
okay. Are we still having people parking on surrounding properties? Or
Considering Mr. Miles' steps as he'd taken to put cones out there, I think that would be very difficult right now unless someone is extremely obtuse.
No, I mean, like over at Dairy Queen or
Not that
anywhere.
I'm aware of.
Okay,
Is that a shaking of your head, Andy, that says,
Yes,
yes,
they
they
are.
are, or
They are, yes, sir.
They are.
Yes, sir.
do you know where they're parking, Andy?
At Dairy Queen,
In that overflow area, or do you know where?
all the dumpsters,
Okay,
yes, sir.
I will speak with my clients and tell them that doesn't need to happen.
okay.
any other questions? All right. We appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
in, Chip.
In January, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
just let me know so I check in with BFW.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I might get some stuff, get some information. I don't know if I can get any information or not, but at least I know I can, that if they have questions, who I'll be addressing, okay?
Consider it
All right,
done. Thank y'all.
thank you.
Yeah, Chip. Hey, Chip.
Yes,
Chip,
sir.
can you hear? I know Willie will be back next month, and Willie is pressing for time. And so whatever happens in the next 30 days, by the time they have their November meeting, try to have Bacon and Farmer or whoever get whatever information is available for the November meeting. So they're not cold for 2 months.
Yeah, I don't think we're cold. Mr. Kearns' expectations, I think, are grossly unreasonable, but nonetheless, I'll do as this body asks.
Thanks.
And I would say that were he in the room.
Yeah, we understand.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next on our agenda is new business, of which we have none.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. With that, we come to adjournment.
Now I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All right. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And consider ourselves adjourned at 5:48. And we're still live.
Mayor, I've got to do something now. I said, okay.